Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. It's Eric from Synergy Loves Company. I recently talked to Andrew Jagoda all about Aerosmith and Disney, and I was just catching up on some of my Aerosmith tunes to make me feel like I'm on the rock and roller coaster. In fact, in this video, you'll see us talking all about the rock and roller coaster featuring Aerosmith. Take a look. That relationship with Disney and Aerosmith kind of pays off for them in the sense that they later then become the only rock band that I know of who has had a roller coaster for the past 20 some years, which is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
We get that good old Disney synergy machine going where we have this band who did the music from our movie and it was really popular. And now we're going to fold them into the parks. So we get to talk about the parks and the rock and roller coaster.
Yes.
So are you a rock and roller coaster fan?
I am. That's my favorite. That's my favorite roller coaster.
Nice. Then I'm glad we get to talk about it.
And it's not just because of the music, but the theming behind it. I mean, you start out and it looks like, you know, the classic Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood kind of studio. And then you go...
We're in that G-Force
and
Records.
you get this whole 50s vibe, but then there's all this chrome everywhere when you first go in. So you get more of that 50s kind of rock vibe. And then you get the whole idea of like the limos taking you to the concert. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. That's corny as can be, but
oh yeah.
But at the same time, it actually gives you some kind of reason to get on a roller coaster ride, as opposed to just being like, okay, we're going to stand in line and just we know that we're going to get on a ride. It actually has like it's a flimsy plot, but it has a plot. You know?
Yeah, it does a decent job of telling the story that it's going to tell.
Yeah, and
you know
and
what
the
I
fact
mean?
that you get that video with the band kind of setting it up, so it's not just like getting on a regular roller coaster. It actually has that plot. I mean, that was smart.
Are you trying to tell me that's a video? I thought Aerosmith.
they fly in every morning.
They were there.
Stand there from sun up till sundown.
And then at night they record new music, right? That's what I thought was happening.
In that same studio where the ride is.
Exactly. They're in the studio. And the guy goes and he gets Joe Perry's guitar. Yeah. He comes in there and gets it and brings it to him. No, it is a great pre-show. Mm-hmm. And like you said, it is kind of corny. But it does get you in a good vibe, a good mood for it. And I do remember the first time riding it, walking from the studio into that like alley parking garage area and just being kind of like, whoa, this is cool. Like it just has a cool vibe throughout.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're in a new place.
Yeah. And as always too, I mean, you get the added bonus of Disney going kind of over the top. I read there's over 900 speakers on the ride. I mean, are you going to get that anywhere else than Disney? No.
No, that's the stuff that makes it. And then you have your personal speakers in the roller coaster as part of that ungodly number of speakers. You get those ones right by your ear, which I think makes for an awesome. I mean, that's the best way to incorporate a band into an attraction like this. That you're going to do a roller coaster. Of course, you're not going to be able to see Aerosmith the whole time that you're on the actual, ride. You get to hear them. So I got to ask you a question. There's five limos that I want to go through that have these fun names. I think there is a alternate limo too that'll come out, but these are the 5 that have these fun names, and they each have their own soundtrack. I didn't realize this. I knew it was random, like what music you got, but each limo has its own soundtrack. So I'm going to go through and tell you what the soundtracks are. I'm also going to tell you the fun license plate names of each of these, and you tell me which one you think you would pick.
Okay.
So we got the first one is 1QK limo, so the one quick limo, and that one plays 9 lives, just 9 lives.
No.
We've got the next one is You Go, like the letter U, Go, Babe, You Go, Babe, and that one plays Love in an Elevator and Walk This Way.
Maybe that one.
Maybe. Then we got, I'm interested in how short they play these songs. We've got one that's Bye-Bye, Buhbye, license plate. And we've got Young Lust, Fine, Fine, from Pump. And then Love in a Roller Coaster, re-recorded for the ride. Not Love in an Elevator, Roller Coaster. That one has 3 songs. We got one that has 9 lives. And then one that has 3 songs. It's kind of interesting how they got
that's
it.
weird.
We still got more options, though. We've got H8 TRFFC, because I hate traffic.
Yeah, of course.
And that one's got Back in the Saddle and Dude Looks Like a Lady. And then we got number 2, Fast. Number 4, letter U. So Too Fast for You. And that one plays Sweet Emotion live, as featured on their A Little South of Sanity album, which I think came out just a little bit before the ride went online. Which one of those seemed like the most ideal ride
I would
for
probably
you?
have to go with Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Nice. So that's that you hate traffic, and you got Back in the Saddle and Dude Looks
Back
Like
in
a
the
Lady.
Saddle.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. See, my brain immediately went to, I would go on the Bye-Bye one because there's 3 songs.
I mean, that's
I would
good
get
quality.
to hear 3 songs. Right? I'm going for, I wanna get the most bang for my buck.
That would
there.
probably be my second pick.
There you go.
Dude Looks Like a Lady.
No.
Because of loving Permanent Vacation, the album.
Right.
That's,
In fact, that might have been the only Permanent Vacation track, as I'm looking through this, that is on one of these.
I think so.
They do a good job of having some older stuff, even if it's re-recorded older stuff, versus having newer stuff exclusively. The one that I would not want to ride is the one that only plays 9 lives. Don't get me wrong. I like the album. It was fun.
Yeah.
But it's...
I think if you were going to go with having a car that just plays one song, maybe something like Draw the Line, like Line Up,
So that's true. 9 Lives. I think they're just trying to promote the time it came out. Trying to promote their most recent album. That would be my guess as to why 9 Lives gets its own limo, because that's a little strange.
I mean, I guess Line Up is too much of a reminder that you were just in line for a half hour.
Yeah, they're like, no, we can't say anything that has line in it. Draw the line, don't line up. We're not doing any of those songs because we don't want people to remember the line. Oh, no. That is a very good point. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. So this is an extreme Disney attraction in that I think it is the only one in Florida. I can't say the U.S. because we got the Incredicoaster, but it's the only one in Florida that goes upside down. I'm trying to. There's nothing other Disney wise that goes upside down. Of course, there's other coasters in Florida that go upside down, but on Disney property in Florida, this is the only one that does it. And of course, you're launched with the good old countdown, the Steven Tyler shouting in your ear countdown. Yeah. When he's just, and then you just go.
I think that for me too, the reason I say it's my favorite roller coaster, it's not really so much that it's because of Aerosmith. It's because of how they do. It's just like pitch black, and you have no idea where you're going. So everything's a surprise. Yeah. You're not like looking, going, oh wait, we're gonna go. Oh, here it comes. No, you have no idea. So I love that. So when my wife makes fun of me for this, because anytime we go on any roller coaster, no matter whether it's scary as can be or just simple as can be, I I never have like this scared look on my face. I always have this grin, like I'm just laughing my head off.
Oh, so you're gonna say you're straight.
So she always said, no, she always says you must be psychotic because you're never even, you go on the drop at Splash Mountain or whatever. I don't change expressions. I just look like I'm laughing like the Joker from Batman. so the fact that with the Aerosmith one, I have no idea what's coming. Like it just perfectly fits with my personality because you could drop me from a building and I'd just be like, ha ha.
I love it. Oh man. No, it does have that good. And you talking about the face that you're always just smiling, those on-ride photos, that one comes right away at the launch. You get that. And to have that's impressive if you have that smile at that launch, because usually that's like where
that's when everybody else is screaming their heads off.
Right? Your face is getting pulled back. And that's crazy. I do have to tell this one story that I heard a while back about. I always think about it when I think of the Rock and Roller Coaster, because there was a guy a few years back who lost his magic band right at the launch of the Rock and Roller Coaster, and it fell in a place that every time a limo took off on the track, it registered him because his magic band was there as being on the ride. So he got like thousands of on-ride photos of random people all day from the Rock and Roller Coaster. His phone must have been blowing up, just like ding ding, here's your picture, and it's just some randos on. That's I know that, like, it's like you got to be like, is it on there, because I don't want that happening to me. But no, that just cracks me up, and I can't not think of the launch sequence here without thinking of that. That cracks me up.
That reminds me, it's not Aerosmith, but it reminds me of my brother-in-law lost his band on the drop when you're on Pirates of the Caribbean, and the cameras, and the cameras right there. So it didn't ping him all day, even though he lost it right at the camera. So that would have been hilarious if that had happened.
Well, that one floated down. That one floated downstream
to the redhead or whatever.
Right? It's just bobbing up in the water down there. Nice. Well, yeah, good thing it didn't land like off on the side right by the camera, because then he would have been that story of the guy getting his magic band picked up for every rando all day. Oh man. So there was another version of the Rock and Roller Coaster in France. I've never been to France to ride it before it got ripped up for their version of Avengers Campus, but they had a little bit of a different spin on it. And I know we talked at the beginning about how we liked the Florida version, but in Paris it was kind of like we're doing this experimental technology that you're going to go on this ride with the music, and it's going to enhance your experience. They like kind of took it from that angle, and like Aerosmith was part of it. It's this new music experience kind of technology. I don't know. Do you think that helps the story, or do you think they should? Maybe I didn't sell it good enough. Maybe I did that on purpose.
I think that probably when it came out, yes, because the 90s expanding technology. We were willing to sit there and watch a teenager watch Alicia Silverstone, who's watching him. So
right,
I think at the time, that even probably 5 years after it came out, it was probably looking dated because of that. More dated.
That's what I feel. Yeah, it probably dated itself. Well, I mean, it would have been like the late 90s, early 2000s that both of these came out. And when you think of like the .com boom and bust, and everything was like, ooh, so techie at the turn of the century. I'm going to call it the turn of the century, because now that we're in the 20s, it's like the turn of the century. But at the turn of the 21st century, I feel like we were like, ooh, high tech Y2K, the technology is new and scary, and it's quickly got it quickly turned normal.
Yeah.
So I think that going like you said, it might have helped sell it at the beginning, but then it dated very quickly, and now of course it's gone because Paris is getting their version of Avengers Campus, and they needed the space.
Which, if you think about it, the Avengers Campus idea is that same thing of let's show off all this techie stuff at the Disney park.
Is a very good point.
I
didn't make that connection.
It's just
before.
an updated one with tech
Yeah.
that sort of sometimes exists and sometimes is just Iron Man making stuff up.
right. Yeah, between Iron Man and Wakanda, it's somebody's tech or it's not.
Somebody's making it up.
If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you really like this video, visit synergylovescompany.com for the full audio podcast.